Good, happy Tuesday afternoon to you. Welcome to our plant-based bunch. My name is Stacy, if you didn't know, and this is a special edition. I decided to do this video separately because it could get kind of long and lengthy. And I know some people were asking me about our homeschooling. Those of you who know us know we homeschool. Those of you who don't now know that we homeschool. So today was the first day of school, and I've got all our books together. And I thought that I would just do this video just to give you an idea of what our plans are this year for school and what we're planning on learning and doing for the school year. So I'm going to go through the pile of books for each child, and this could get long, but for those of you who are interested in me being a little bit thorough, it's for you. So these are our stacks of books. I got them stacked up for each child, and this one is Caroline's stack here, and of course you can see on each one what goes first is the Bible, and the Bible is our primary textbook. This is the textbook. This is the one that we use for reading, for spelling, for history, you know, biblical history, and all kinds of things now that my mind's drawing a blank. But anyway, this one's Caroline's Bible. And these I wanted to show you that are really cool. I got these for Olivia when she was just starting to read, and these are dry erase flashcards. So you can write on them, and what I do is write the memory verses, each word of the memory verse that we're learning for the day, and have the child who's learning how to read, which is going to be Caroline this time, and Catherine. Catherine decided she didn't really want to do this anymore, so we're giving them to Caroline. And see if she can put the words together for her memory verse. And she might be a little bit young for that, but I think we're going to give it a shot because she's really eager to learn. She really wants to learn how to read. So we got that, and then here's her binder. It's pretty empty right now. And a lot of times what I like to do is print things off from off of the internet. And do I have those? Yeah, see, like things like this and just different freebies. You can find all kinds of freebies on the internet of different things. And I put them in here for her, and then she can look through the binder and see what she wants to do and do these worksheets. And then we have a dry erase. She loves dry erase, you guys. Lowercase letters. And I'm not sure, she was using this last year. Yeah, we need to clean these up so she can do them again this year. So I think that's kind of cool. You just practice writing your letters. And then we have our nature journal. This is hers. And I'm really excited about this. Nature is going to be a bigger part of our year this year. I kind of neglected it last year, and I feel bad about that because we have a lot of good family memories and moments of getting out in nature and learning about it and learning about God's beautiful gift of so many things in nature. But this book has a lot of, like, you can be drawing and learning all kinds of things about different animals, different things in nature, bird watching. So she's really excited about this. And so am I to teach her. It's going to be a lot of fun. More dry erase, capital letters. The other one was lowercase. This is her this was the book that the kids were using for a Bible, for memory verses. But of course, Caroline can't write yet, so she's been kind of doodling on hers. Then she's got this kindergarten workbook, and you know what? I am not a big fan of animals looking like humans or having the characteristics of humans because it's spiritualism, and I did a whole different video on that we don't read books where animals impersonate people because that undermines God's creation. We are made in His image. So, I mean, I love animals, but animals should not be brought up to the level of the human made in God's image. So if you want to learn more about that, I could put a link in the description below if I remember to do that on what kind of books we read. But anyways, it's just the cover pretty much that has this issue, because when I look inside, except for this one, of course I opened up to the wrong page because I didn't even see that in there. But most of the pictures aren't like that. You know, they are just simple pictures. Children and animals look a little more realistic here. So I decided to go ahead and get it for Caroline because it's a really good little book, and it was a good price. I got this at Costco, and I can't remember how much it was, but it's at Scholastic, and that's a good company. how much did I pay for this thing? I don't remember. That was last year. I bought these like in the spring of last year, so they're still good to go for a while. Kindergarten Jumbo Workbook. She's already been working on this last year, but it's got all kinds of things. It's got geography, it's got spelling, it's got math, it's got all kinds of stuff in here. That here she colored in our state here. Nursery rhymes, rhyming match, consonant blends, letter sounds. It's got all kinds of things in here. So one thing I have to tell you about my girls, they love workbooks, which is a big help for me because they just go right on through their workbooks. I've got another one here, not your usual workbook for kindergarten, and I also got this at Costco. So she works through here too. Sentence scramble. Of course, she's not quite old enough for that part. This is a little bit beyond her level quite yet, but we're going to hold on to this until she's a little bit older so she can do that. Another dry erase. She's had this for a couple of years, this one. And I like this one because it's got like bright, vivid pictures. Is this a DK? No, it's not. I thought this was a DK because it kind of reminds me of that. But it's got trace your animal here, learn how to draw, counting, different things. So she really likes this book. It's a lot of fun. And that's her nature notebook. I think that's, oh, we'll pass those. Nature projects for preschoolers, easy to do. She's excited about this. I plan on doing a lot of nature with her this year because you know the first two books that any child should learn, especially 2, 3, 4 years old, is nature, the Bible and nature. So you really want to instill that in them and just help them to understand nature and how understanding nature can draw us so much closer to the Lord who created nature for us. So I'm excited about sharing that with her. 4-in-1 Learn to Letter book. So she's excited about learning how to draw her letters. And these have, these are indented, I don't know if you can see that like that. So it keeps you in the right direction. So she likes that, and she's really excited about learning how to write her letters. And then I put this coloring book together for her from the internet. My coloring book of animals. She started this last year, so I should have put the date on the ones that she did already. She did a couple of them, but I thought that was a cute little book for her to color. She did the elk there. And that is Caroline's pile. Let's move on over to Olivia. No, this is Catherine's. I'm doing it in chronological order from the youngest. So this is Olivia. Okay, so Olivia's got her Bible here. And what's this? Oh, no, this is Catherine. I keep saying Olivia. This is Catherine's Bible. She bought this Bible. She liked the Bible? She bought this Bible. Okay. So she's got this book that she writes her memory verses in, and we're working on Hebrews 11. I don't know if you guys remember last year in the spring. Well, it's still this year, last school year. In the spring, I had them write every verse in Hebrews 11, and they're memorizing it. So Olivia has almost got it down, and Catherine, she hasn't finished writing the chapter yet, Hebrews 11, but she knows it like the back of her hand from the beginning to the end, which is such a blessing. I just praise the Lord that she's so excited about that and learning so much. And Olivia, she's on her way, right, Olivia? Grace?
Who?
You're on your way to learning the entire chapter of Hebrews 11.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah, you're just about there, right?
Yeah.
And then she has her journal, UB journal. So this is, we're going to do more journaling. And see, last year I wrote down what she wanted me to write, and then she would trace it. So this year she is big enough and she's getting along enough where she can write her own, which is so exciting to see how they grow, The Gospel Primer, written by J.E. White. And this is an old primer, but it's really good. And I think that she's far enough in her reading now that she can read more words. And then you have your words to learn here. This is a really good book. Nick learned how to read with this Gospel Primer. I'm excited about teaching her with that. This is her nature textbook. This is a really neat book, an outdoor workbook for kids, families, and classrooms. And I bought each older child this. Catherine, Olivia, and Nick has this book. So every month, is that? I'll show you. Maybe I got to go in here a little bit. Every month, of course, we're going to start. We'll probably start doing this in September, I think, or maybe, I don't know. Maybe we'll start next week. But it has different things to learn as the seasons change, and this has a lot of hands-on, creative thinking type things to do too, and just getting them in nature and trying to understand it. And I'm really excited about this book. This is written by Claire Walker Leslie, and who's the publisher? Story Publishers. And this is a notebook that we have to go along with it in case there's some things that she needs to write extras. This, we've had it for a long time. 12/3/13, so we don't really write a whole lot when it comes to nature, but you never know when you want to write something. We might do more with actually writing, like a nature journal type thing. And here's another little book that I printed off the internet. This is a nature book too, and I didn't really use it because I forgot about it, but it teaches a lot of things. It teaches about trees, about the sky, about water, about weather. And this is good for the little ones. So I really probably ought to be putting this in Caroline's pile. But she's got a lot of books. She's got the most of them. So I don't know. Maybe Caroline and Catherine. Maybe all of us. Maybe we'll do that for all of us. And then here's her Bible book too. But she's using a different one now. She's using... Because this was kind of hard for her to use because it didn't have the lines... where you're learning how to write. So that's why we started her with this one instead last year, because it's just easier, it's easier to write with these lines. So we don't need it. Then I have this empty notebook. Travels of the Advent People. So the older three kids are doing this book. It's actually talking about Ellen White and the pioneers and their journey into understanding the truth and the gospel. So it's a coloring book, but it's pretty detailed. So that's why I kind of saved this for the older kids. And then you've got the story below. So we're going to continue to work on this. I'm excited about that. I printed that off the internet. And this is something she got from a vacation Bible school. I'm not even sure where this came, where they got this from. But this is the story of Joseph. And this is more coloring. So I'm not sure how much coloring she's actually going to do, because I also ordered just today some art books for all three of them. So we'll see. Here's another coloring book. Really? Shared Reader, Psalms. So this is another reader that I'm excited about going through too. And Nicholas actually read this one first. And you go through the Psalms to learn how to read. It has your words to read. It's teaching you phonics. And I like this one. I like this book. I might have to get another one. It's been written through because it's a workbook. So I might have to get another one for her. This is her little notebook that she's using, that she's writing in. And let's see if she's got anything else in here interesting. Oh, she's just practicing her cursive there. So that's her notebook. I should have separated the notebooks because, we don't need to show you all the notebooks. Learning how to write with raised ruling. So she's pretty good at it. She's getting really good at writing. So I don't even know how much she needs this. I might save that for Caroline later. Investigating the Third Grade. This is another book that I got from Costco. And she really likes this. It's got all kinds of stuff in here too. And they like these kinds of books where they're kind of all-inclusive. So we do this, and then I supplement with a lot of things that I find on the internet. There's a lot of free information, free material on the internet, and I really should make a list. I haven't made a list of things yet, so that you guys can see what kind of things that we can get, that we use, that are free on the internet. So, but she likes this. And then the first grade jumbo workbook. She's beyond a lot of this stuff, and there are still some things though here that I want her to to reinforce and maybe to learn things that she hasn't learned quite yet. She didn't start learning how to read at all until last year, and she has really come along with that, with the reading, Catherine. So we're going to learn, there's some things here that she really doesn't know yet, irregular spellings and nouns and verbs, singular and plural nouns. So I'm going to keep that for this. But there's stuff in the beginning and other things. I mean, she's already worked through it quite a bit. But there are some things that are just, that she's passed. So she doesn't really need that so much. Okay, next is Olivia. Of course, there's her Bible. And this is a journal that I gave her so she can do her journaling. So she's been doing that. And she's going to continue to do that. I think journaling is a wonderful way to learn how to write, to practice your penmanship, and to have something to look back on as you of your school days. This book we've already seen, Nature Connection. Her math notebook. I don't think we need to go through all these notebooks. They're empty. Daily Language Review. I like this company too, Evan Moore. I found this at a teacher supply store and really grew to like them because they don't have goofy, distracting photos. Illustrations. I thought they had some in here. I guess not, because it's an older grade. But, and also I just like the way that they teach things. It seems like the kids really catch on quick the way they teach from these books. So she's going to do that. This is her old, no, this is her, not old, she's still using it. This is her Bible memory verse. So they write down their memory verses, all of them. And there's that Hebrews that we're doing. And you can tell as we continue to keep writing that their writing gets a little better and better. She's practicing cursive, so I think she might be doing... Are you going to be doing your memory verses in cursive this year?
Yes, I think.
That's cool. Everything you need to know about English homework, a desk reference for students and parents. Olivia really likes this one, but this is an older... I ordered 2 of the same for her and Nick, but this is an older edition, so it's not really the same as Nick's. We're going to have to do something about that. I think she doesn't mind. She's going to still use that. The Human Body. This is another Evan Moore. And I'm really excited to be doing this. We kind of neglected this one because we went and we were using the posters and different things for the human body, but I think I'm going to go back and revisit this workbook because it's got a lot of interesting things in here, a lot of experiments, science experiments on the body. So I'm excited about going through that with them. And there's Olivia's nature study book to go along with her nature book. Mazes. We print mazes off the internet all the time. She didn't finish this yet. It's a whole pack of mazes that we found from Crazy Dad. Crazy Dad mazes. So she's going to do that. Travels of the Advent People is the same thing that Catherine has. Vocabulary packets, prefixes and suffixes. She's going to learn more about that. There's some fun things, fun games in here, and word cards, different things to make learning the vocabulary fun. Complete curriculum. She's actually in the 6th grade, but we didn't quite finish this because I bought this at the end of last year. So she's going to finish this up, and I'm sure she'll get it done in no time, the way she is. So it's got all kinds of stuff. It's got grammar, it's got math, it's got more grammar, homophones, what is it, using the dictionary. I think there's some geography and stuff in here too. I can't remember. There's all kinds of stuff in here. This is a good one. So Costco is a great place to find workbooks. If your homeschooled child likes workbooks, that's the place to go to get them. Now Nick is the one that brings me challenges because he's not a workbook learner. He does not, which is good. It's fine. He's more of a hands-on, let me see it, let me do it type thinker. So we're going to have to do more hands-on type things, but still the Bible's first, and he still does his memory verses in here. And he likes to color, so we've got this. I mean, I don't know that this is anything that he has to learn, but it's good. It's a good stress reliever and just something that can keep his mind sharp. Nature again. So this is kind of just repetitive. Travels of the Advent People again for him. He's got this coloring book he doesn't really use. He usually lets Caroline color in it. This is the everything you need to know about English homework
We
again?
have that.
Which one?
The under one.
Which, this one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay, you have to ask Nick about that though, okay? The Great
Mom,
Controversy is very important, and this is something else that I didn't share with you before because we don't have it. I didn't have any other books out for the other kids, but we are going to really be strong with using the Spirit of Prophecy for teaching too, along with the Bible, because it's so important. The Spirit of Prophecy are the messages given by God to Ellen White for his people in the last days, and this is an excellent book. And actually, I'm going to plan on giving this book away. I have been giving away Steps to Christ, but I am also going to be giving this book away very soon for those of you who are interested in getting this. But it's also an excellent learning tool for school, so we're going to go through that this year. And he's got the mazes too, and that's it, because that's just a notebook. Now here are some books that all of the kids are going to use eventually, or some of them, I haven't really decided, but we've got a stack of science books here, and this is a really good one. That's Usborne Activities, 50 Science Things to Make and Do, and we've done a few of them last year, but Caroline's really excited about getting in here and doing that. Then Nick really enjoyed this, Clouds and Weather, but this gets deep. The different kinds of clouds and the weather. Environmental Science, 49 Science Fair Projects. I got this free at the library. It's an old library book. Doing Science, Learning Life. We really enjoyed this one too. Clifton Keller. Where did I get this one from? The Moore Foundation. I think I got that from the Moore Foundation. These I bought at a science store, but this is a whole kit. These were a whole kit, but of course it's been a few years and we've kind of used it over and over again. So all of the parts to the kit have either been broken, damaged, old, lost, or something. So I'm thinking about getting these again. I don't know. Penmanship. We're going to save this for Caroline because the others are pretty well ready. So, oh, there's some cursive in here though. I don't know. Maybe Catherine could use that. The Human Body. This is for the middle upper grades.
Olivia.
This is a good book for them.
This is like
McDonald. This one. Olivia, did the posters come with this? Did this come with the posters?
Yes,
Okay, so this one came with the posters that are on the wall. So I think that's cool. They have like worksheets that you can do with the posters.
Why are you playing with it?
Shh, 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 shh. This is another Human Body book for grades 2 through 5, which I'm excited about. We're going to do a lot of anatomy, health, the human body, just learning how it works, physiology, you know, because I think it's important for children to know too how their body works and how to take the best care of it. This is an old book that Nick read. This is written by John Henry Kellogg, and that's one of the Kellogg brothers that invented the Kellogg's cereals. Kellogg's cornflakes, you know.
But Kellogg's are healthy.
Huh?
But
They're not healthy now. They were back then. Christ's Sanctuary. The sanctuary is vitally important for children also. The sanctuary points us to the sanctuary in heaven, the sanctuary that Moses built with the Israelites through the wilderness. It's extremely important for us to understand the meaning behind every little part of the sanctuary, what it all means for us, and the plan of salvation, and what Christ did for us, dying on the cross to save us. So this whole workbook is geared towards children. It's called The Sanctuary, written by Arla Van Etten. So we're going to go through this again and really understand it. It'll be amazing. You know, the children are going to get the work done in the last days, and we are living in the last days. So these kids need to be ready to spread the gospel. Right, Olivia?
Right.
Right, Caroline?
Yeah. Right.
All right. And over here we've got this grocery cart mat that I bought years ago, but I keep forgetting to use. So we are going to take a field trip one day when we don't have to do any big grocery shopping and use this book to learn some math. You know, learn how to price things, learn how to compare prices, and do some grocery shopping and with some understanding as to how it all works. Money, spending money. Atlas, Ultimate Atlas of the World. Where did we get this, Olivia?
I think somebody gave it to us. I'm not sure.
I think somebody did give it to us.
Or we got it at Goodwill or a library.
But this is an amazing amazing book. It teaches you all kind. This thing is full of information. So we might delve into this. It's more like an encyclopedia type thing. This is a Dempsey Parr is the publisher for that one. And then this, we had 2 of these. Now we have 1. So we're going to learn about the states. We'll get into that. Florida. So I'm excited about that. We have other books too. I mean, we're just going to have to really pray and think about what's. There's just so much to learn and so much to do. It's exciting, but it can be overwhelming at times. Hi, sick
Hi.
one. Do you like that book? There's just so much to share with you guys. You're just going to have to keep watching. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Subscribe, it's free. And we're almost to 1,000. 1,000 subscribers. I'm excited. So, thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more. Stay tuned. Keep watching the vlogs. I'm behind a little bit on editing, but we're going to get those out. And we'll see you next time. Don't forget to live well and be strong. Bye-bye.